To start off, could you just tell us a little bit about where you're from and what you do?
Okay, I'm from the Torres Strait. For those who don't know what the Torres Strait is, the Torres Strait is a group of islands, maybe more than 150 islands, less than 200 islands, in between the western province of Papua New Guinea and the tip of Cape York. We have 5 different groups up there, which have different languages. They're language groups, but within them language groups we have different clan groups which is attached to a totem, or maybe several totems at that. I speak, well, most of us are very much multilingual. Like me, I speak 4 different languages, 3 different languages plus English. And what I do, I have been in a lot of positions. I was one of the cultural advisors in the past to resource development and policy and all that sort of stuff. I now work for Metro North Health Services, which is 2 major hospitals of Queensland, Royal Brisbane and Prince Charles, which we deal with a lot of people. I've just been given a position. I've just been moved from my old position into the community engagement officer now. I engage with all communities, both rural and remote. But our focus is more on the remote communities, which is the Torres, Cape, and the Gulf. Those 3 areas that we. Why we've concentrated on those areas is they're very much where most of our discrete communities are. If you don't understand what discrete communities are under a deed of granting trust, where they used to call them missions, like Cherbourg out from here, which used to be a mission too, but we're still under the deed of granting trust. Even though we've got, there are some native title issues and all that sort of stuff, we're still under that one regime. And why we've concentrated on this also is that traditional culture is still very strong. Traditional culture as in language, dance performance, communication and ways of communicating. The kinship systems are still very strong. Our Zugurpai systems, which is the teaching systems, are still very strong. And some of our protocols, to do with death, birthing of a kid, and adoption, traditional adoption, all that sort of stuff, are still very, very much alive. For medical students also, is that what is also very much alive is black magic, which is the sorcery and all that sort of stuff. That's very much alive in our communities.
Right. Thank you for that. That's really good.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but there's currently a 15-year life expectancy gap between the Torres Strait Islander people and the non-Indigenous Australians. And there's a wide range of health issues like diabetes, cardiovascular disease, alcohol abuse that contribute to this health gap. What do you think is the most common health issue that Torres Strait Islander people are facing right now?
Well, look, I'll take it back to where you're coming from is the health statistics. We have been proven the sickest people in the world now per capita. In a third world country, in a first world country, and I think the thing is when you're looking at chronic diseases, if you start with diabetes, then everything follows. In the past, when I was a little kid, like when we used to hunt we eat a lot of turtle and dugong, and we're basically attached to the sea. We eat a lot of crays, a lot of fish, and all that sort of stuff. When we used to hunt turtle and dugong, we used to paddle to the destination. Sometimes a hunt will take sometimes 3 or 4 days. Sometimes it takes a day, but it's a strenuous exercise to capture the animal. Today we've got You know, we've got what they call the limousines of the sea now. You know, we've got boats that are worth $90,000. You know, and they're 5 minutes to the hunting grounds and back. And then, you know, you're eating, and turtle and dugong has a very high fat content. So when you're eating fat content and not exercising, then you get fat. And also if you don't have fresh products, fresh, beans and all that sort of stuff, then that